Hello and welcome to 3 Minute Gaming. I'm Nathan, and today I'm going to tell you if this game's worth your time and bandwidth. Today's game is the Ninja Saviors Return of the Warriors, a remake of a cult classic SNES game. Does this fancy new version of a 2D brawler deliver the goods? Let's find out. The Ninja Saviors Return of the Warriors is a remake slash remaster of a Super Nintendo game, Ninja Warriors Again, which itself was a sequel to the arcade game Ninja Warriors. Ninja Saviors' core concept is simple. This is a pure 2D beat 'em up, no up and down planes here, where you'll be going left to right, killing everything in sight. However, while this may seem simple, Ninja Saviors actually has a surprising amount of depth, that expands further based on your character choice. Each character has the usual basic attack, hold the attack to block, jump, etc. They also have an EX meter at the bottom which charges slowly over time. You can use part of it to do special moves, or if it's maxed, you can burn it all for a screen clear. However, the tricks come into how each character also has moves that can be executed in a kind of light fighting style game combo, such as jumping forward then holding down to do a vault, or ending a combo with a big EX hit. You can also grab most enemies and throw them for more damage, as well as grab environmental stuff to smash down on them for a big crunch. This is enhanced by having 5 characters, 2 you have to unlock, that all play completely different. You have your light exoskeleton ninja who's incredibly fast but can't grab out of combos, your good at everything female ninja who can grab more reliably, and your big beefy boy who can grab even large enemies and some bosses. The unlocked characters are even more complex, from a small slow warrior who has extendo arms for massive specials, to an enormous robot bigger than most bosses but easily damageable. You'll need to learn those combos as the game's difficulty ramps up across its 8 stages. The core point of this game is good crowd control, and should you have good positioning, you'll be rewarded by avoiding damage and possibly even perfect clears. Each stage ends with an exciting boss, and overall I did find the game's difficulty pretty fair on normal. After winning, you unlock hard mode, where the true skill check is, and replay the game or individual stages, aiming for a leaderboard for clear times. The game can also be played in co-op, which wasn't in the original Super Nintendo game, though you do share a health bar and meter, so it's a bit tacked on, but it's pretty fun. And that's really Ninja Saviors, a simple looking but deceptively complex 2D action game with tons of guys to kill and plenty of ninja robot carnage. So what did I like about Ninja Saviors Return of the Warriors? Well, the game is fun as hell, no real other way to describe it. Attacks have impact and feel fantastic, and the large number of options and combos available leads to a high skill ceiling. On that note, having a ton of characters helps immensely with replay value, as the game is so fun, you want to try again with a new ninja each time, and challenge yourself to beat it with the trickier characters. And lastly, this game looks really good, managing to capture the look and feel of the original, while completely modernizing its graphics with some gorgeous pixel art and exceptional animations. When it comes to the bad, the game definitely has some wonky character balance. While I imagine a master of every character would say they're even, for the layman, the big beefy starting ninja, who can just grab everything including bosses, definitely feels the strongest. Additionally, while the combat is complex, the game itself is still pretty simple. You have to enjoy arcade games just around beating up guys, without a whole ton of variety or big changes to the stages, minus a few new hazards. And lastly, I still think this game's final boss is lame. It's similar to the SNES, where it's mostly an endurance test and see if you learned how to throw enemies in a certain direction, which is kind of a letdown considering how good the rest of the game's bosses are. As you know, right, games here on a 3-point scale, must play, maybe consider, and don't bother, and this game absolutely rules. It's one of the funnest 2D brawlers I've played maybe ever, paired with gorgeous visuals, a fair difficulty, and a surprising amount of technical depth. It manages to take what made this original Super Nintendo game so compelling and improve it in nearly every way. So if you have any enjoyment for retro-style brawlers but with a modern flavor, Ninja Saviors is a game you should pick up. And that's all I have for you today. Thank you so much for watching. If you played or heard of Ninja Saviors, did you play the Super Nintendo game? Please let me know in the comments, but regardless, make sure you go out there and give this one a look.